Craig Parker here, Parker's Property Sourcing.
Agnes Wanja, Personal Development Coach.
We're coming at you with a video today, a collaboration, sort of personal development meets property development. How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Something new. We both do YouTube. We thought, why not just do a video together, do a collab, and let our subscribers meet each other.
So if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to mine first, and then if you are subscribed to my channel, subscribe to Agnes's second.
Yeah. And vice versa.
And vice versa. That's how it works. So today I wanted to talk about how personal development has helped me in building my property portfolio, which you might be able to resonate with in your career, how personal development has helped you.
Definitely.
So I thought it'd be a good idea for us to get together and, talk to the viewers of how personal development could really help everybody grow in their field of work, really.
Definitely. And as well, I feel like my interest has always been in that question of why is it some people are able to work on developing skills that help them along their journey and some people just don't do it. So it's that interest in finding out what is it about different people that actually gets them to just go for it, do their best, learn new skills. And so today will be nice to hear how personal development's helped you in your businesses and in your property investment journey.
Yeah, so for me, I would start off by saying that before I even owned a property, I had a self-limiting belief of being able to buy a property. You need thousands and thousands of pounds. Your credit needs to be squeaky clean. Everything just needs to be in place. You need to have no debt. And then I quickly realized that that's not actually the case. But it's only through my circle and the people that I was around helped me believe that buying property was actually not that hard. It was doable. So I feel like with the personal development within that was understanding that actually you don't need to have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted to start the process of buying a property, basically.
And you mentioned their self-limiting belief. When did you realise it was a self-limiting belief?
It's when I realised that you can still buy a property even if you've got debt, for example.
Okay. So was it after you bought your first property?
Yeah, no, it was the process of buying my first property, basically. Okay. So I realised that when I spoke to my second mortgage broker that said it's possible to get a mortgage at the current financial state that I was in, I was like, so I can do it then, sort of thing. So that was a self-limited belief that just literally got erased in a conversation.
Oh, cool. What about fear factor? Do you feel like fear came in the way of your process, or do you feel like fear held you back at any point during your process?
I don't really have fear when it comes to taking a risk. So on that front, no, for me personally. Okay. But I know there'll be a lot of people watching this that are a little bit scared of taking risks.
Yes.
But what I've realised is, or maybe because I've always taken risks in business and in life, and it's always helped me better myself. So I was quite lucky in that sense to realise that taking a risk sometimes gets you a better result.
And what would you say, or is there any advice you'd give to someone who allows that fear of taking a risk hold them back?
What do you mean? So like if somebody's allowing fear
to control,
to take a leap into something, I would say, I think I watched one of your videos before. I'm pretty sure it was in one of your videos. It might have been a conversation that we had, but where you spoke about people, not trying to sound too morbid here, but a lot of people's dreams are at the graveyard. Yes. So people die with loads of dreams. So that's how I would kind of spin it and say, try everything. There's not really much that's going to happen if you try something and it doesn't work out. I think it's worse if you don't try something and you have in the back of your mind, if only I tried that.
I think that's the worst part. Regretting not trying something, because I think once you try it and it doesn't work out, then the regret is not really there. It might be like, oh, I wish it worked out, but at least you know you did something towards it.
For sure. What about for you in terms of personal development? How has personal development helped you get to the stage you are today?
I think mostly is being able to take action, which has then led me onto a result, sometimes greater than what I imagined I could get. And then through that, it gave me more confidence to say, what else can I do?
Yeah.
I can't believe at one point I thought this would not be possible for me, but I took a chance. Now it's possible and it's even better than I thought.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I try to get a lot of people to understand.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not easy if it's just my own story, and that's why it's nice to like hear your story. So personal development, I feel, has played a part in every aspect of my life. I'm talking about work, relationship, children, just dreaming of a better future.
Yeah.
So
Can you give a live example?
Yes. I think one of the main one, and if you're one of my subscribers, you know about this. I always talk about this story about when I was working at an organization, and there was another department that seemed so much more important than the department I was in, and I was really keen to find out, what do these people do? Why are they so important? So the only way to do that was to go and speak to the director of that department at the time. And I was so scared to do it. Oh my days. It took me like 3 days. And I mean, like, I used to dress up, come to work, confident in my head. I'm like, I'm going to speak to the director today. I'm going to tell them I'm interested. And I'd walk towards him, and there was like a kitchen in between where I sat and where he sat. There's like a kitchen. So I'd walk towards him and get halfway, and I just go into the kitchen, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Not today. And I always say it's so funny because people who were looking at me going through this whole process must have been thinking, what is wrong with her? Why does she keep running into the kitchen? But when I finally managed to speak to him, it was like just overcoming something so big that was holding me back for so long. And the fear. So it's that, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
I felt fearful to speak to him, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
But that opened up an opportunity for me to get into development management as a career. And I didn't know at the time, but there's an opportunity to earn a lot of money in that field. So I'm so grateful that I took that chance and did that, because what I'm hoping is the place I am now will allow me to fund some of the dreams I have.
Yeah.
And one of them is to go into property.
Nice.
As to like property development, not property developments per se, but property investment.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
good.
what.
So that personal development that you had there, that transition, that was like you just doing it upon your own self. That's nobody teaching you.
No.
That's just your own personal.
Yeah.
So is that something that everybody can get themselves, like their own personal development within themselves?
100%.
Or would you say some people might need a bit of coaching and?
Yeah, but 100%. So there's some people that have it within them, such as myself, and I'm sure yourself. You have that will within you, or your why for why you want to do these things is strong enough.
Yeah.
So it gets you to take the step you need to take.
Yeah.
But some people just need some guidance, like a coach or a mentor, someone to just help them actually work out what their next right move is. Because sometimes that tends to be the problem. When people are just stuck in a sort of repetitive thought cycle. And it's like, you think you want to do something, you think you're going to do something, and then you don't do it. And then you're like, I'm going to do it. I want to do this. You don't do it. So you get stuck there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need someone to come along and just help you get unstuck and help you start taking real action.
Like an accountability coach.
Accountability coach, personal development coach, life coaches, mentors, even a friend. There's wherever you can get the help, get the help.
Yeah.
Because I always say it's better to start achieving now than just to keep dreaming for the next 5 years.
True. Very true.
I would love to get into property investment and actually write about that in my book.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay, what book is that?
My book, Addicted to Being Broke, Let's Talk About Eradicating the Poverty Mindset. So towards the end of that book, I talk about the little things that I try to do, like selling online and creating passive income through selling the book and selling courses. And I do write in there that I hope that one day I will be getting passive income from property investment.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have for someone who is not knowledgeable in the field, but has got the desire to get into it?
So I would say everybody should get into property investment, like everybody. And there's different entry points. So no matter how much money you earn or you don't earn, you can buy a property somewhere in the UK. That's one thing I'm sure of. So your question was, how would you do you get into property? And I would say the first place to start is on Parker's property. No, I'm joking. The first place to start would be to invest in yourself, whether it's personal development, and then from personal development, you then start to believe in yourself, then actually invest in your education into property, and then with a good mentor or a good course, online course or something like that, you then will know exactly what to do in property, because you might want to invest because you want passive income, like you said. I started to invest in property because I wanted to build wealth and I want to build long-term wealth. Somebody might have another idea. So I would say change your mindset, invest in your education in property, and then everything else will reveal itself after that. That would be my advice.
And why do you say everybody needs to invest in property? Some people might not want to and have no interest in it and think, why? Why do you say everybody?
100% I say everybody because we're all going to retire at some point. We're all going to not be able to work and earn money at some point. So to invest in at least one property in your life that can maybe set you up for your retirement is a no-brainer for me. You don't have to have an entrepreneur mind. You don't even have to have an investor's mind. But it gives you that little bit of security when you're doing your day-to-day on a month-to-month basis throughout your life, where, you know, at the end of this, I've got to have something that I can say I've achieved, and that then will start giving me a monthly income.
Okay.
And you're going to always pass away, sorry, not to sound morbid again, and you have to always leave a legacy for somebody coming behind you. And property is the number one best wealth builder. So that's the reason why. That's why I say that.
Okay.
You agree?
I do agree, but I feel like I've heard so many different stories of people who've tried to invest in property, or it didn't work out for them, or it's too much work. They wanted to invest in it for retirement, but it's just been a lot of work for them to manage it and things like that. So it's an interesting topic to get into. Yeah,
that's why I'd always say, like, before you even think about going to buy a property, invest in your education first. Change your mindset, invest in your education. And then after that, your picture becomes so much more clearer. That's just not in property, that's in everything. I even feel like my personal development growth, luckily for me, I've had a circle of people around me that's helped me with my personal development. But I am really interested in what you do, what you offer for personal development, because I know how much it's helped me. And that's me investing. I'll happily invest in one of your courses that you do, because I know that it will better me in the future.
No, I agree with you, because I live by it. I always cheerlead people on. Is that the right word? Yeah, like
pump on to
that. But I encourage people to just work on themselves, even if it's not doing it through somebody else. There's so much information out there online. There's so many great mentors online, on YouTube, that you can listen to help you really overcome some things that are holding you back. I think that's it for today's video.
Yeah, good. I feel like if you guys enjoyed the video and you want us to go into more depth, so Agnes Wanja's followers, if you want to hear my story, subscribe to my channel first. And then my followers, if you want to hear Agnes Wanja's story, subscribe to her channel. But yeah, we can come back for another video, go into a bit more depth. But
before we leave, I've got one question.
Sure.
I watched one of your videos recently, and it was about your circle.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, how do you manage to keep your sort of right circle, especially when you're doing investments and you're doing things that not everybody really understands? How do you manage to keep that circle, but still keep a circle of just normal friends and normal friendship groups?
That is a fantastic personal development question. No, seriously. Because at the beginning, when I first started buying property and I changed my mindset and then I first started buying property, I lost quite a few friends, because not because I changed or they changed, but what personal development done for me is, like, my circle in property is different from my friendship circle. So I talk about building a power team, and I talk about property investment as a business. Yeah. So what I've got right now is a power team. Some people are my friends that are also my accountants, that are estate agents, and we've become friends. So that's my property circle now, basically. And then I've got a few friends that are outside the property circle that are slowly dripping in because what's the word? Like success leaves clues. So people are looking and saying, oh, okay, well, and asking me questions and coming into the circle. But that's how I separate the two. Okay. I've got a power team in property that are all about property. Then I have my friends on the outside. Some come in, some fall out. But my circle in property is my power team, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that answered it, clarified it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
I've been Craig Parker, Parker's Property Sourcing.
And I'm Agnes Wanja, personal development coach.
Hope you enjoyed.